Hey everybody, it's Cardfighter Hunter here, and today I'm doing another trashy budget deck list. This time it is Spectral Duke Dragon Gold Paladin, and just as a disclaimer for those of you who are not familiar with this segment, and have never seen anything on my channel before, I would really not recommend following a lot of the advice. Well, I'm not even really giving advice, I'm just showing off my trashy budget deck. So I wouldn't really follow a lot of the cards that I put in this, but it is a very fun deck. I use this as a fun deck a lot sometimes. I mean, it is a really fun deck. I really like cards that can stand up the Vanguard again, like Draconic Overlord, the End, this guy, Sternblau Kruger, even though I don't play Sternblau Kruger. You know, I like the concept. Sorry. Um, I will just get to it then. This is, by far the highest end budget deck that I have, and, you know, it's really cool. So, I run 2 Spectral Duke Dragon, because I only have 2, and, there was a time, I only have 2 because there was a time when I was actually considering making a full Gold Paladin deck list, before, you know, the hype for the deck got ridiculous and, you know, 50% of the people at our locals started playing it. A lot of this stuff I did get, you know, before all the hype, so I may have gotten it for cheaper than it is now, I guess. I run 2 Blonde Ezel. I have 2. I want to get 4 because I really want to run the Ezel Cross Ride when Set 9 comes out. If you know, if I have the money for it, I guess. I got one of them for $11 off of eBay, and then I got the other one from a pack. So I kind of, you know, Gold Paladins luck sacking before I even use them. I run 1 Garmor because I only have one. I bought 1 single trial deck, and yeah, I guess I figured that I would trade for the other ones. I didn't want to buy, you know, pay $20 for a $10 card and just go buy a bunch more of them if I'm not worried about it. And then I run 2 Gigantic Destroyers, which is the basic when it attacks a Vanguard plus 2k. So, it's an okay grade 3 lineup. Of course, if I were going to, you know, flesh it out, I'd probably take out, I would definitely take out the Ezels for Spectral Dukes, and I'd probably take out the Destroyers for either 2 more Garmors, or I would take Garmors and Destroyers out altogether for, like, Pelennor, make some weird bunny hybrid deck with Spectral Duke. So that's it for grade 3s. Grade 2s. 4 of the grade 2 Vortimerr, of course, if you're running the ride chain. I know, I was gonna say if you're running the ride chain you have to run 4 of everything, but which I know is kind of hypocritical because I only have 2 of these. But these are rares, so you know there's no, even if it's a budget deck list, there's no reason not to get them if you're running the chains. So I will go in a bit more into discussion about the ride chain later. I run 2 trips with the damage on Flipper. I actually like her a lot. Granted, I don't really ever pull her off much, but you know, it's a good card and it can be very useful, especially early game. So I run 3 Bowmains, whatever, however you want to pronounce it. Just the standard 10k beater. It's also good to ride it, you know, for the higher base power for turn 2. And then I run 2 Nemean Lion, however you want to pronounce it. Just the special interceptor dude. When you intercept with him, its shield doubles. I was talking to someone today who said that special intercepts are bad, and it was a rather interesting conversation. It was very one-sided because they were telling me that it would be good if I took out my special interceptors in my Kagero deck for other cards that would be more, you know, adhering to Kagero's retire theme. And like what, like Berserk Dragon, I'm always using my Counterblast for like Lockkeeper and Gymnara and stuff, He's like, well, yeah, well, then you would just play it. I'm like, so you're saying I would rather play a 9K vanilla that does absolutely nothing, or I could play an 8K card that becomes a 10K shield. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Anyway, I really hope he doesn't see this video now. Grade 1s, I run 4 of the Grade 1 Vortimerr. Again, if you're going to run the ride chain, you gotta run 4 of them, you know, to increase your chances of pulling off the ride chain. And actually, on second thought, if I were going to make anything from set 9, I would probably run Chrome Jailer Dragon because its artwork goes amazing with Spectral Duke, and the effect is pretty freaking broken too. 4 of the 8K vanilla, because, you know, 8K vanillas are always good. Unless you're like Dark or Regular or something that has Doreen, which can go up to be like an 18K booster if you use like Dark Lord and then like play an alluring succubus and a flirtatious succubus. It's really easy to get her to ridiculous levels. One time I had a column of 2 Doreens. I probably talked about this in my video. I had a column of 2 Doreens and then I soul charged 7 times in the main phase. And then I had a column of Doreens attacking for 54,000. I played 2 Blackmane Witches. She's a fun card. She's also highly sought after, I guess, because she's a promo, and she's actually a good promo. And when she comes out, I retire another gold Paladin, and then I call the top card of my deck to an open rearguard circle. So, it's a good card. I like the artwork. I like the effects. I like showing showing my cards off to other people who don't have them. So. Yeah, I'm kind of horrible like that. And then I have a lot of one-ofs. I have 1 Slagle Dagger. I have 1 Silverfang Witch, which I haven't tested out yet, but I imagine if I pull off the ride chain, it wouldn't be terribly useful because I you know, kind of want to keep Vortimerrs and Soul. Although I would have Flame of Victory, and plus if I soul charge 0s and 1s anyway. But you know what I mean. If I end up using Garmor as well, it could be a problem with Charge Goal. So I run 1 Nimue, as I believe it is pronounced, Nimue. I've heard it pronounced a bunch of different ways. It's basically just a Vivian clone because of the fact that I don't actually have Vivians. I like the artwork, you know, crazy, it's almost kind of steampunkish, you know, she's got diamonds in her hair, she's wearing some leather and metal armor there, she's playing a big gold, you know, funny looking trumpet horn axe thing, and, you know, I have to run it because in order to get off a lot of pluses, which even though they can block this easily because it's only 7,000, you know, gotta try, otherwise it's a 7K booster, which isn't, you know, that bad either. I run 1 Charge Goal because, I can, if I ride Garmor, I can tutor Charge Goal with it, so I don't really feel like I should be running more than 1, I would maybe run 2 at most, but, since I'm only running 1 Garmor, I really don't feel the need to run more than 1. And then 1 Disciple of Pain, which is the self-damager, counterblast 1, give yourself a damage, and then at the end phase, put a card, or put a damage from your damage zone into your deck. And it can be face down, I believe. Hang on. During phase, choose a card from your damage zone, so I don't think it has to be face up. Yeah, I don't think it has to be face up. So the starter, of course, is Vortimerr. I don't need to say much about that. If you're running the ride chain, you have to run this as your starter, which kind of sucks because if I weren't running Spectral Duke, I would be running bunnies, which is kind of sad for me because I really want to run this guy as my starter because, you know, I really like this card's concept, and it's one of the best starters in the game, I think. One of the best around. Nothing's ever going to bring it down except for Dragonic War game. Sorry. 3 Flame of Victory. And then 4 Silent Punisher, so 7 crit total. I run this because of its 5K, you know. Generally I won't play 10K shields, but if I have to, and you know I have to. So, and then this, its effect is okay. 3,000 until end of turn. Yeah, it's good, but honestly, most of the time it won't be game changing. So then I run 1 Speeder Hound, 3 Gwydion, and then 1 Falcon Knight of the Azure. And I do have another Gwydion somewhere because I did buy the trial deck, but I don't know where it is, and I'm too lazy to go looking for it. I would take this guy out for another 5k because honestly this guy's not that good. I mean that plus 2k only lasts until end of turn. So. And then of course 4 heal. So I hope you enjoyed my I'm just gonna go through it real quick. Hope you enjoyed this. I'm trying to make some bigger plans, I guess, for the channel, but if you've seen some of my updates, I've been having trouble getting things to work. I mean, in the channel, I'll always try to be making new content, but you know, I I I lost my train of thought. I forgot what I was saying. This happens to me a lot. I'm way too young for this to be happening to me. Why is this happening already? Um, so this was my trashy budget deck list for Spectral Duke Gold Paladin, which is hardly Spectral Duke Gold Paladin because I only have 2. Which I guess it would technically be Spectral Duke Gold Paladin because I have the ride chain and everything. But if I didn't have the ride chain, then that would be debatable. So thanks for watching. Bye.